Welcome back to Downgrade Arcade, everybody.
Welcome back.
This is episode 5 of Pokémon's Colosseum.
That's the one.
Pokemon Colosseum.
Yep. Episode 5. We're still doing it. We're still here. Why are you here?
I don't know. I just showed up.
No, not you. I'm speaking to the audience. It's just gonna
be
this.
You. Why are you here?
It's gonna be like at least another. I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of episodes more of this. So strap in.
A lot of being confused.
Buckle up.
Swiftly confused.
Oh, do you notice this? The pokes, they've like gone up in level already. They were like under 30 and maybe a couple like right on the precipice. These are 33 and 34.
So we're already seeing a few higher level.
Hoothoot.
Well, that's cool. I guess that means we're making progress. We're moving on up in the world.
I guess so. Oh, Foresight. Oh, that'll be a good one. That'll be good, because I was going to use a bunch of sand attacks and stuff. That's definitely what I was going to do. Dumb idiot.
You're gonna do a Naruto.
I have nothing.
Throw sand in his eyes.
I have nothing but contempt for these NPC trainers. You know, that would actually be a cool application of like AI to get like an artificially intelligent NPC to make decisions, not just in Pokemon games, but in any RPG.
Yeah.
To actually like make it difficult.
That would be cool.
That would like up the ante.
Especially in decision-based games.
Right. Like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy, Pokemon, you know.
Like when there are consequences
for
what you do.
Like there's already chess. You know, there are already chess robots that can beat people.
Mm-hmm.
There have been for a long time. And that's a, more simple game, maybe. I mean, compared to Pokemon, not really. So, I don't know. I'm going to save here because I'm super paranoid that now the levels have gone up, that something awful is going to happen. So, I also, here's another thing, I'm just sort of, being very cavalier with my pokes. I don't know who has what. I don't know, this is a Nuzlocke, as a reminder. Pokemon Colosseum Nuzlocke. Let's not forget. Oh, these are 30.
We may not know what we're doing, but we're still doing
the
it.
Pokes are gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. Have I said Pokes enough? Has it got annoying yet?
Maybe a few more times.
Okay, well, that's reasonable. I like Swift in these situations, because it's like, I feel like Espeon could down one in a single hit, but actually that did a lot less damage than I thought it would. Trapinch.
Yeah, that didn't seem to hurt nearly as much as we
Neither did that.
would like.
Oh, another. So this is essentially the same thing as Foresight, I think. Sorry, I think I'm gonna butcher a lot of this.
Did I read that correctly? Is Odor Sleuth?
Yes. It's like taking advantage of like a Pokemon's like good sense of smell to lock onto them so that they can't like escape or whatever.
I just assumed that he was sneaking farts.
No.
Like passing gas in the corner and smirking about it.
No, a sleuth is not. A sleuth is someone who finds something, like a detective. It's not someone that sneaks something.
Right, but...
Oh, hell yeah. Way
Nice.
to go, Quilava. I can't wait till you evolve, so I don't have to remember how to pronounce your name correctly anymore.
Quailvaloo.
Yeah, that's the one. The Quail-type Pokemon. Great with eggs. Quail and eggs.
Yeah.
It's not... I don't know.
That's something.
I'm very paranoid. Is there a rule against, like, going to the Pokemon Center or healing your Pokemon?
I haven't seen any rules like that because I was looking
Okay.
into Pokemon
Oh, were you?
Nuzlocke
So you could undermine me?
out of curiosity, really,
Insubordination.
so that I can better inform my co-host of his bad decision making.
That's more like it. Yeah, and you know what else? I've read the comments, okay? I hear you all out there telling me that I'm doing, something you don't like or whatever. And you know what, I haven't read the comments. There are no comments. We haven't uploaded anything yet. As of right now, we haven't uploaded anything, so. But we will. Soon.
Coming to a screen near you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hearing this, then clearly we've already been uploading things. So, get with it. Okay, Carvana is...
a car dealership.
Yeah, it's like an app where you
like drop off your cars and a space wizard comes and whisks it away.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, it's dark water type, which is not great for what I have on the board at all. God, I wish I had a Larvitar. I wish you could start this game with a Larvitar.
I just realized we killed that Larvitar.
Yeah, it's not a shadow Pokemon.
I think he's the cutest.
Oh, it's Larvitar.
Larbadar.
Larbadar.
Harpy to heart.
Okay, confession time. I started Pokemon with Pokemon Fire Red, which obviously contains Pokemon from like all the way up through 3rd generation.
Uh-huh.
And so I super love Kanto Pokemon, and as I keep saying, I like Johto the best. I like Espeon and Umbreon. I like the legendary cats. I like Tyranitar,
Dinosaurs,
Houndour, etc. But that doesn't hit multiple times, does it? Okay.
That just got scary.
Yeah, I don't like that. What if we put out Flaffy? We'll put out Flaffy.
Flaffy.
Because it's a... Yeah, so the thing with Carvana is... he has like spines or something. So I think it does damage to you when you hit him, which is not great.
Dumb.
But Quilava is in hyper mode, so he's just gonna one-shot everything.
It's just gonna mess him up.
Yeah. But anyway, that is to say, I am a hater of most things, and one of those is Pokemon post 3rd generation, which I know everyone's gonna be like, that's, what a monster, you're basically a Nazi. I get it.
You're basically the worst human or whatever.
I just like Pokemon because it's nostalgic. I like the Pokemon that I like because they're nostalgic to me. And after a certain point, I'm just like, whatever. And the last Pokemon that I played was Pokemon Shield. Guess why I played Pokemon Shield? Because of Tyranitar. Tyranitar was in it. And I just populated my party with like Johto Pokemon, and then just wiped out all of like the 4th gen plus monsters that I came across.
The abominations.
Yeah, the aberrations. So, anyway, confession time over. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, it is interesting to hear your history with Pokemon as a bit of a Pokemon noob.
Is it? I feel like most people won't care. But that's where I'm at. So if I ever say, oh, I don't like this Pokemon or whatever, this one's dumb, don't take it personally. I don't like a lot of them. I don't like most of them, really. So, but that's why this game is special.
Man, you screwed up that fish.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Quilava's busy being a bitch.
Now, here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid... Oh, well, nice. I'm afraid that that Kolava is going to hit Espeon with this dig. So I'm going to take Espeon out. Who should I put in? Umbreon? Umbreon can take a hit. Umbreon will be okay. And it's either that or Quagsire, but I don't know. Quagsire, fine. Umbreon needs XP.
Yeah, give him a chance.
Because the thing with this Shadow Mode thing is, yeah, he could have hit anyone with that.
Right.
That dig.
He's going crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting wild.
I really should call him, but at the same time, Shadow Rush has a higher crit chance.
I like how he flails his little paws.
Yeah, he's silly.
He's a silly fire ferret.
That's what he is. Okay, I'm just gonna do a bite. Should be cool. I think I'll just call him. I think Kolava will be okay.
Woo. Kolava heard the ooh and snapped out of it.
That was him cringing, actually.
The cringe is what brings them back to their senses.
I really want this flame builder. The particle effects on all of the fire abilities are really cool, actually. So, not on Kolava, please. Please, no, come on. He's already paralyzed. Now there's like a 0.02% chance that he's gonna do anything useful.
He's confused, he's paralyzed.
He doesn't know where he is.
He's got diarrhea.
He's sad.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
He's high as shit.
That'd be a cool status effect, actually. Oh, wait, no.
Pokemon could get drunk.
Yeah. Pokemon could get drunk. Let's do the Sire. I keep doing this. Bite, and then the Sire. Not thinking. Alright. And then maybe we'll knock Quagsire out of Viper mode.
Snap out of it.
Also, look at this like bombed out World War II era bunker that we're battling in. I mean, what a hellscape.
It does look pretty bleak.
Did you know? Did you know? Everyone's gonna roll their eyes if they already know this, but shut up. Sarah might not know. So,
yeah.
that there was a war in Pokemon. But there was a Pokemon war.
There was.
Yeah. So it's alluded to by the electric type gym leader in the Kanto region. So first generation. Because his name is Lieutenant Surge. That's his name.
Which also denotes military rank.
And he speaks like someone, like, I mean, it's like over the top. He's just like, oh, my comrades and in the dirt and you wouldn't have survived the war. Like, it's very on the nose. But he mentions a war and it's never mentioned again. And it's super cool. And everyone, you know.
Everyone just pretends it didn't happen.
It's like a Pokemon copy pasta at this point. You know, it's just like everyone knows it. Everyone's heard about this. So it's old.
Interesting.
It's old news.
Unless you're me.
Yeah.
Unless you've never.
But the implications of that are, you know, because it's like, it was a Pokemon war. Like,
so
Pokemon fought, I'm sure. Yeah.
They used Pokemon in the Pokemon War?
Yeah, I mean, like, the Pokemon comic is actually really dark. I don't know if you've ever read it. Or I say comic, it's a manga. I know it's a manga. I just get super defensive about it.
Listen, I already know.
You can't misspeak. I mean, this is all, this is like all being saved in the Library of Congress or whatever. Like, this is just...
Yeah, you can't have it on record calling Pokemon a comic. I mean, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
That's
exactly
a serious sin.
It is.
Against nerds everywhere.
I'm gonna set up but yeah, it's a manga, and apparently it's super dark. I have not even read it, but there's shit in it where it's like, they catch a Pokemon in a Pokeball, and then they like crush the Pokeball. Thus, I assume killing the Pokemon inside of it. Like, it gets dark. They kill people. Pokemon might kill people. Yeah, it's dark.
And surprising
that's
for
what
a kids series.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also like...
Maybe not. Well, I mean, there's other series that do that.
It's Japanese, is really what it comes down to. I mean, their kids are a little bit tougher. It's kind of like, you know, the era of German kids that you know, they got like grim fairy tales before they went to sleep. Or it's just like, you know, you have to pluck your eyebrows, or, you know, the eyebrow pig will come into your room
and eat your face.
Eat your forehead, you know. So, they're just tougher. That's all there is to it. I'm not concerned about that. Apparently difficult books. What is that supposed to mean? So it's a bunch of like Nietzsche and Dostoevsky. The brothers Karamazov is up on that shelf. Apparently difficult books that these thugs are reading.
Highly literate thugs.
You know what? Actually, this building reminds me of the... I think it's in the Johto region. It reminds me of like the weather station. There's like a weather station. And it's a multi-floor building like this with like one like shitty elevator on one side. Yeah, there might be something to that actually. Now that oh, wait. Okay. That's a Voltorb. That is 100% a Voltorb.
Something to watch out for, I take it?
Well, Voltorb, I believe, can learn Explosion. Now, I don't know that he'll use Explosion right off the bat. Okay, now we're good. But not good. Now, I think if I feint Voltorb with this, Quilava's Dig will default to hitting Electrike. So that's cool.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm not even sure that this Voltorb, I mean, this early in the game, would they really hit you with a Voltorb that knows Explosion?
We don't know.
Or Self-Destruct. That's the other one. I think Self-Destruct actually hurts worse. But I don't know, and I don't want to find out. So.
We're not messing around.
I like how they kind of like run between their legs. It's cute.
He kind of just like phased through his leg, but I'm gonna overlook that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to suspend your disbelief. Are you familiar with that phrase?
Yes.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, suspending your disbelief is like cultivating the ability to lie to yourself to make the fairies come out. That's essentially, if you Google it, that's what it's going to say. No need to look into that further.
I don't think anyone's going to look into that.
We're collectively oracles of wisdom. So I don't like that Quilava is paralyzed, so we're going back downstairs.
Taking it back. Swinging around town. With our pokes.
Yeah, it's like Chernobyl through here. You notice that? I mean, this whole game is not. This whole game is not like this, but
yeah, I am looking forward to seeing other areas, assuming they exist.
The area under this elevator to my right leads to, this. No one say it. Don't spoil it for Sarah.
Yeah, don't freaking say it. But yeah, stop saying it.
Stop talking about it. But this leads to my favorite area in the whole game. I super love it. This area is not my favorite area. It's also, I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, risky first step for a Pokemon game.
Get some. It's very...
Like, every other Pokemon game is just like, you start off in a forest. At this point in the game, you're catching Caterpie in a forest. In this game, you're in, like, a bombed-out children's hospital. Participating in cockfighting. Like, it's pretty grungy. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. Do Confusion, and then I'll do a Flame Wheel on that one. I don't think that this is going to faint Dodu.
Oh,
it did. Okay.
But it did.
I forgot Dodu is a weak bitch.
Dobido.
At some point, Espeon's going to learn Psybeam, which is really good. There we go. There it is.
It's a flashy animation that did not faint. Ladyba?
Yes, I think it's Ladyba. It's Ladyba, and then Ladyba evolves into Lesbian.
Right. Makes sense.
Quilava outsped Ladyba, right? So I think we're good here. I think we can pack up camp.
You could mop the floor with Swablu's fluffy little wings.
Swablu.
Have I mentioned how French he sounds?
I think we did, I guess that's about it. Oh, okay, so this trainer's gimmick is abilities that waste your time. Comet Punch. Flurry Swipes. Terrible.
Traffic Jam.
Traffic Jam. I mean, look at all the rubble. Like, this building has to be... like... what's the word? Condemned? It has to be condemned. I don't know.
Well, it's not abandoned, clearly, but...
beyond abandoned. Terra. This building was nuked. It's actually something I want to talk about. Oppenheimer.
You have hard opinions on Oppenheimer that you are very willing to tell.
I do.
To anyone who will listen.
That's like, if I was like a KGB like asset, Oppenheimer would be my kill word or whatever. That would be my activation word. Oh, nice.
It's super effective.
See everyone out there? You'd all be like, oh, Bayleaf is so good. Bayleaf won't die on you because it has drains and good defense. Yeah, I don't care. I like to live life on the edge, and I like the fire. Leave me alone. Stop coming at me.
You're just a fire boy.
But anyway, I hate Oppenheimer.
Yeah, we're not getting away from that.
I actually hate Oppenheimer. And I need that to be said, on air, recorded. I don't like it. Here's another thing. I'm just going to point out before this episode just becomes everything Brendan hates.
Brendan hate.
I should just point out, though, I think we're good, that I want to enjoy things. I'm not one of those people that actively seeks out things that I don't like and, make a big deal out of it. I actually do want to like, oh, that's not gonna be useful at all. I actually do want to like things. And I will give, whatever I'm watching, whatever media I'm interacting with, the benefit of the doubt in most cases.
At the very least, you have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
That's commendable, I suppose.
But I went into Oppenheimer with very high expectations, and I was very disappointed. I didn't like it at all. And I really am just stunned at the amount of people who loved it and how well it did. But I didn't get it personally. I love Cillian Murphy. I love RDJ. I didn't realize it was him until after he took off his glasses because I'm face blind. So.
Oh wait.
Yeah. No, but he was great. It was well acted. It was well performed. I have no problem with any of that.
That was a little oddish.
Yeah, that pedal dance hurts. However, I'm actually going to retract Colombo because I'm paranoid and that's a sand shroud. I put out on Brianna. However, I despised Oppenheimer. I really didn't enjoy it at all. It kind of only picked up like in the second half. And I didn't like all the hand holding at the beginning. I didn't feel like it was necessary. I felt like if you know, then you don't need to have your hand held to be like, oh, this is going to be the hydrogen bomb guy, and oh, this is Niels Bohr, and oh, here comes Einstein. We're going to have dialogues with him. The people that know don't need to have their hands held through that, and the people that don't know probably don't care. So that part was boring to me. The actual bomb itself is not what's interesting to me about Oppenheimer. I think his political career after the fact was much more interesting.
And that was definitely a lesser part of that movie.
I don't think I ever teach in this, but
Snatch.
I think that's better. But yeah, and it was. I mean, it sort of takes place at the hearings and what, that's how they bounce around or whatever, just like in Social Network. By the way, Social Network, possibly my favorite movie of all time. Probably my second favorite. I would say, what's it called?
Inglourious Bastards.
Yes, Inglourious Bastards. Number 1 slot. I just love that movie. And then number 2, Social Network. So that tells you something about where I'm coming from in terms of what I like.
So cutting around really isn't the problem.
Well, okay.
Because Social Network does kind of do that.
However, Social Network is well cut.
There's a way to do it right, certainly.
It has a good cadence. It lets you breathe between scenes. You get time. And I just, and they made, like, if you made the Social Network and you made it as accurate as you possibly could to Mark Zuckerberg, you wouldn't probably enjoy the movie at all, because you wouldn't sympathize with him. But that movie does a great job because Jesse Eisenberg is so lovable, that it does a great job of, like, forcing this kind of narrative of this tortured genius that no one likes. Oppenheimer is just sort of, and then it felt like Dora the Explorer when they go out to the desert or whatever. You know what I mean? And they're like, and with his brother, and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to, what? Where are we going? That's right, Los Alamos, the birthplace of the fission bomb. Great.
They start singing. Hey everybody, time to go to Los Alamos.
I really did want to like it, but I couldn't get into it. And I don't know, maybe I feel like it's a failing on me. But here's the thing. I'll just finish on this point. Before I totally just go off trying, because Sarah's heard about this enough. She's tired of it.
I'm just smiling at you.
This came out months ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this came out months ago. I'm still talking about it. It keeps getting brought up, and that's why. Like, they're getting Academy Awards right now, so that's it's top of mind. But anyway. The reason I think so many people enjoyed it, or profess to have enjoyed it, is simply because it's a war memorial. How are you going to go on Yelp and rate the 9/11 museum 2 out of 5 stars? You're just not. That's not... Okay, so we're on the top of this building now. This guy has a quillfish. I'm pretty sure. We want his quillfish. So...
In place of which Pokemon?
No, not in place of any
Pokemon.
No, I don't want it at all, really. We're gonna catch a quillfish.
In the spirit of catching them all.
Yeah.
Okay. Not for the team.
Oh, okay. This is actually going to be tough. This is not... Okay, that is the Quillfish guy. But before we do that, we have to go and defeat the ciphers or whatever. By the way, I just pummeled everyone in here. Just while I was going off on Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But we'll come back up there. But I'm going to save first. But anyway, all I want to say about Oppenheimer is it's a war memorial. That's why everyone thinks that they love it. And they see a big explosion. They see a guy that feels bad about what he created. And it's just this wishy-washy narrative that I can't get behind of like, well, he talked himself into it by saying that, if he didn't do it, the Germans would have, or the Japanese, or the Russians would have beat them to it eventually. So I had to make it. I had to make the bomb. And then he feels bad when they use it. And it's just like, it's just trite at its core. The simplest, just the bones of the movie.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
So, yeah, and that's why I feel like people loved it. People loved it because they were like, yeah, it's great,
And it kind of says something bad about you if you don't love it.
Right, yeah, it's like, oh, well, why didn't you like, because you like war and you like bombs, that's why you didn't like it.
You're just a big monkey that like when things go boom boom.
Yeah, so, anyway. I like how this looks, by the way, that we're just like two co-workers at like a front desk of like a motel.
Talking shit about Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? This is not...
Like someone's gonna come in.
My idea of a good movie. Oh.
And be like, what do you want? What is your take on Oppenheimer?
How can I help you? Oh, you liked it?
I will wrench you across this fucking desk.
Get out of my store.
If you say anything good about Oppenheimer.
Go. Don't talk to me.
But anyway, yeah. So... those are my thoughts and feelings on Oppenheimer. And that's essentially the end of this building. Check us out next time, episode 6. I'll go to the top of this stupid building and probably get wiped out by a Mantine and a level 20 Remoraid.
Cool.
That's what's going to happen.
It's been real, you guys. Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for listening to my opinions. If you don't like them, feel free to find out where I live and send me threatening messages.
Yeah, don't do that, please.
But
do what you want, really.
It's a free country. And even if you don't live in a free country, I live in a free country. So if you have, if your country has no extradition laws with the United States, then I think you're in the clear.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, that's all.
Have a nice time.
Have a good time, everyone.
Goodbye.
Have a good Pokemon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye now.
All right.
Get out of here.
I'm being cut off.
Stop it.